I took the time today to go through my 132 set from an old tin of Prismacolors, logging in all the numbers, the names, and then marking if they were in the 132. I also did my old tin 48, and so I also wanted to show, of course this is the tin that I'm talking about, that when I looked in the back, and I had not noticed that, this actually is one of those tins with the 2009 copyright that say imported into Canada. So now I have this one, the 36 and the 24 and the 12, I think, all of them. Old tins do say that. And then I forget exactly how it goes, but I know that one does say it. Anyways, and of course the pencils are here just as props. So when you look in the early range, I assume when these pencils were being made at the factory that somebody would come up with a number and it would be sequential in the way the factory would log it, the group of people who are developing the pencils. And I guess that's the reason why the numbers don't follow like a rainbow. So for example, white is in 938 and black is 935. I would have expected either black to be 901 or white to be 901, or something like that, and all the colors be like near each other, but they're not. So it looks like at some point somebody decided to number them, I guess. So yeah, so here's the first 50 in the tin of 132, the colors 901 all the way to 950 are in the tin. But then, and of course, 934 lavender is discontinued. That's why I put a D right next to it. And then lilac, the 956 is also discontinued, but it's alone by itself. And I don't understand why. Maybe at some point, lilac was added. I don't really know. I don't know the true history of the whole thing. Then there's a couple of clusters that are just onesies and twosies, like I guess it's marine green and chartreuse. I love this color, 989. And then there's 6 more in a bunch. Then these 9 also in a bunch. Then jasmine by itself. Then all these 1017 all the way to 1034, all in a sequence. And then electric blue by itself. And then for the grays, and now I'm learning, of course. So there are 27 times 3, 27 grays. And they all go the same. They go 10%, 20, all the way to 90 in increments of 10. And they're either warm, cool, or they're French. But it's very interesting how it's not like every other that is in the 132 tin. I imagine that the ones that are remaining would have to be in the 150. But yeah, so it's kind of interesting that there's 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, and 90 for warm. But for cool, it's 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, 90. So they're not, it's not like just all, or is it all the odd ones? Oh yeah, 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, 90. 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, 90. 10, 20, 30. Oh, they are. There you go. So it is a clear sequence. 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, 90. All 3. Got it. So it's really 6 times 3 is 18 grays. And then the sequence from 1078 all the way to 1103 is continuous in the 132 tin. Now when we look, and of course I'm going to show, here are all these grays that I'm talking about. They're all right here. And so that's the purpose of props. But then in the case of the 48, the old tin 48, they're, of course, they have fewer pencils. It has fewer pencils. They're not as bunched. Yeah, they're not as bunched. And of course the lavender, the discontinued one, is not in the 48, but the lilac is. And I did not notice, but now I know that what I call my new tin of 48 is actually not new. It's actually with the new design, the new format, but it's from when lilac was still around. So it's actually, so there's 2 new graphic tins. Now I know. I just noticed that. So I've been actually coloring with lilac and I didn't even know it. Yeah, and so the 48s are all over. The colors that are in 48 are all over the place, just in little onesies and twosies, as expected, because it's not the tin of 132.